Welcome to our member forum. In this segment, we lead an interactive discussion with our studio audience as we discuss the real issues that affect entrepreneurs and small business owners in Atlanta. Today's member forum is brought to you by InternetLaunchMarketing.com. This morning, Lewis talked to you about being committed, having a commitment to and a purpose of what you're doing when you go to the meetups and the memberships. We're going to take that a little step further and talk about value-added service, going the extra mile for yourself and your customers, and how you feel about this. All right, we were talking about value-added, how you go the extra mile for yourself and then for your customers. And I'm going to share a little story that I have that's been resonant with me for many years. My husband took myself and my younger daughter out to dinner. And we went to Shula's down in Tampa for a Valentine's Day dinner. Very wonderful dinner. Expensive, not an every night thing, but it was a great dinner. The next morning I got a phone call from Shula's, and they started off and they asked me if I enjoyed my dinner. All that I could think of was, what happened to my credit card? Did something not go through? I was concerned, but the real reason they called me was to reach out and touch me. And to this day, I will never, ever forget that touch that I got from Shula's. Their customer service was amazing. And so consequently, 16 years later, I'm still talking about it. That's the type of value added that you want to give your customers. So I'm going to ask some of our studio audience members, welcome. Do you have a value added service or something that someone has done for you that really touched you?
Well, I think one of the most important value-added things in my line of work with insurance is I find so many people that have bought insurance and never seen or heard from their agent again. There's just no value-added service of following up with a client, taking care of them, not just today, but months to come. When they have a problem, one of the first things that I do with every client I sit with is tell them to put my personal cell phone number in their phone. And anytime anything ever happens or they need anything, to be sure and call me because I want to help them through whatever issues they might have.
Okay.
We think that we have a lot of value-added properties to what we do. Like Lewis, there are a gazillion cleaning companies out there, either individuals or other professional, quote, corporate type entities. And a lot of them purport to do certain things, and I think we do it. And that is, we value our clients. We have a VIP program so that they get free things and free services throughout the year. We always do a follow-up call, not just an email, within 24 to 48 hours. And sometimes that's at night because most of the people that we work with are couples, dual income couples with kids who both work, and that's why we're there. We know that our customers appreciate us. We do cleaning for a reason, for cancer patients. We clean homes for women undergoing treatment for free. And our clients know that because we tell them. We Facebook them and we send out email blasts and different things to let them know what we do and what our people do that is very different. And they appreciate it.
It's nice to have a touch with a little bit of heart, isn't it?
Yeah. Technology is great, all right, and I use it all the time. But for my customers, when I have an opportunity to sit down with them and share with them, I then send them a personally handwritten note to just thank them for their time and for the ability to meet them and to maybe offer a service to them. I then put them in my database, all right, and birthdays to me are always special. So I make sure that each year they get a birthday card too from me. So to me, that's just a great way just to say, I'm thinking of you, you're part of my organization, part of my customer base, and they really do appreciate it. And I think that as I grow in my business, okay, that will be the one thing that will set me apart from all the other people that are out there. Thank you.
This is actually a two-part question for me because not only do I do a lot of value-added services, I also go the extra mile for my customer, which is a demonstration of the new business that I started this year. I was with a corporate company. I was working with a corporate company. My future was pretty much set, but I couldn't sleep at night because I knew that I was not doing the best thing for my customers, for my clients, that it was other ways that I could help them. And in order for me to do that, I had to take the plunge. And one of the things that sets me apart from other independent insurance agents is that I'm willing to do that for my customers. I work with integrity. If it's something that you don't need, I will tell you, you don't need it. So it takes a little bit more time to build those relationships, but they last. So I always tell people, if you're trying to get someone to do something for you, you first have to do something for them that's completely of love and from your heart. And in your business, you have to work with passion. People can feel it. So that's one of the things that I do for value-added service, and also to go that extra mile to make sure that my customers know that I'm in this for them, and also to make sure that I can sleep at night and that their families can sleep at night.
Is taking over our lives, where we're trying to deal with social media on a regular basis. It's so crucial to understand how important relationship marketing is, and never to lose touch of that. Stephen?
I think, first of all, I want to thank Lou for doing, giving his little talk, because I've actually worked with him, and we never were able to actually do business together for various reasons. But he did a lot of value-added things with my wife and I in terms of education and so forth. And in our business, we do the same thing. In fact, the whole model, the whole business model of social entrepreneurism is based on a value. In fact, they call it high-value chains. So you build high-value chains where you can work with people who, in our case, both want to be an entrepreneur and create an income, but then also do it with a mission in mind, that they know that something else is going on because of that helps people that they don't even know, but nevertheless changes their lives. And I think too that we just have to realize that we're all compensated in the marketplace based on the value that we bring to that marketplace.
That is exactly right. Randall, you've been sitting in the background listening today, running the production. You have very firm comments about value added, so let's hear your perspective.
The value added comment that I want to talk about is my partner, Sherry Bolden. She actually, as an example, my background is DJ work in the midst of all kinds of other stuff, but before she and I actually got together, I would notice whenever I was doing an event, she always was doing event coordinating and event planning. And I would notice that she would always be the first person to help do something. And a lot of times, this is advice to people in the audience and people watching this. So many times when there's a big production or something small or whatever, there's always, people who take part in the food and the drink and the fun. But when it's time to clean and do those type of things, you can't find anybody. And that's just, I'm used to that. That's what I get paid for, so it's fine. But what I always noticed about her, even before we got together, is she would be picking up stuff, asking people what could be done. What is it that she would just anticipate people's needs. So she was an awesome, and still is an awesome hostess. And my mind got to turning when I saw her. I said, oh, I could use that. It's selfish, but at the same time, a lot of times when we're looking to go to another place in our life, in our business, and personally, if we think about others and their needs first, usually people instinctively will say, well, what do you need? As opposed to, like at a networking meeting or a meeting like this, our tendency is to always talk about how great we are and how awesome whatever our service is. But when you talk about another person and ask them questions about them and what they need, or just facilitate a need that's not asked, people really appreciate that, and it goes so far. You never know, and I've had this happen to me in life, who's in the room looking at what you do. And if you're, human nature is kind of selfish, but people who we need to have in our lives and our network are looking for folks who can be added to their team. They're not putting up a sign saying, I need team members, but if they see you doing something that they need, they're going to approach you. So that's the value-added proposition that actually helped me by my partner showing value for an event.
Thank you, Randall.